Is back here again, and I see some new faces as well. Welcome. And to those of you who are watching on Twitch, welcome to you as well. I hope you all enjoy. All right, so we're going to get right into it. If you don't mind, putting yourself in a comfortable seat or stance so that we may ground ourselves within this space. I am going to sit, but you are perfectly free to stand, whichever is most comfortable for you. And for those of you who are using, one moment. I needed to turn the world volume off. Okay, for those of you who are using the Spotify playlist that I posted with the announcement, and the one that Rory is also going to post in the chat, the music starts now. Let us begin by taking a couple of deep breaths in and out. Thank you for joining me in this practice today. Once again, my name is JustJaime, pronouns they, them, and I will be your instructor for today. Please remember to mute your mics and to put your trackers in a place that is comfortable for you. If you're already sitting, perhaps adjust when you get up. I will do the same. To put your waist tracker in a more diagonal spot to your side. Leg trackers on the sides of your thighs. Arm trackers are fine wherever they are. If it is showing for you, you may want to put a camera up to the screens so that you can more easily see the poses. I will not necessarily model every single pose or model it fully, but please listen to my vocal cues, and it should help you understand what parts of your body to put where. Keep breathing deeply. Yoga originates from India, and in Hinduism is not only a physical practice, but philosophical and spiritual as well. As the practice has spread across the world, it has become primarily physical. If this is what serves you best, you should take it. But, if you'll allow me, I'd like to bring some of the philosophy into it as well, as I believe it can help focus the mind that attunes you more to your body without the need for any specific religion or belief. Think of yoga as a tree with 8 large branches. I won't list them all now, or there's smaller branches that come from them. But if 8 sounds like a lot, just know that even from last class, you were already performing 3. Asana, the poses, pranayama, breath control, and dharana, concentration. Today, I'd like you to concentrate on the yama, or ethics, of yoga. Specifically, the concept of ahimsa. Ahimsa means non-violence, which, when we think of the concept of non-violence, is usually thought of externally. Be kind to and don't hurt those around you. But ahimsa is also internal. Be kind to yourself. Don't hurt yourself. Gently direct your gaze towards your virtual hands or feet, noticing any impulse to compare your digital representation or your physical ability today. Ahimsa begins with our internal dialogue about how we speak to ourselves. Can you offer both your digital and physical self the same nonviolent compassion that you would extend to a dear friend? Release the pursuit of the perfect pose and embrace the kind pose. Within our varied equipment and practices, ahimsa manifests as a mindful awareness of the headset's weight and the pull of your cables should you have them. If any movement feels like a struggle against your equipment or your body, recognize that as your body's call for nonviolence. For example, traditional namaskars or sun salutes involve many forward folds and downward dogs. When we choose a side bend over a forward fold or a cat-cow over a downward dog, we aren't doing less. We are honoring the first yama of yoga, protecting ourselves from harm. Focus on your breath. We will once again be doing Durga, or 3-part breath today. As you breathe in, feel the air come in through your nose, down your throat, filling your chest and your stomach. As you exhale, feel the air release from your stomach, through your chest, back up through your throat, and out your nose. Each time you inhale, see if you can draw the breath for a little bit longer. And as you exhale, see if you can release the breath for the same amount of time as your inhale, making it just a bit longer each time. As you breathe, start inviting slow movement in with your breath, rolling your head around. And after your next exhale, reversing. On your next exhale, bring your neck back to stillness and start to roll your shoulders up towards your ears, back and down. And reverse. Shoulders back to neutral. Grab your left hand, your left fingers with your right palm, and gently pull back on them. And reverse, gently pushing down on the back of your hand. Switch sides. And down. Go ahead and rotate your wrists. And come to a standing position. Do some calf raises, up on our toes and down. Very nice. Rotating our left ankle. If you want to put your toes on the ground, that's fine too. And our right. Very nice. Now meet me at the tops of your mats or your yoga space, wherever you are. And just like last time, we are going to begin with some sun salutations. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, bend to your right or your left. Either way, we're going both ways. It's okay. Breathe in, back up. Breathe out, other side. In, back up. Out, slight back bend. In, back up. Exhale, halfway lift. Hands to your thighs or your shins. Breathe in. Controllers to your wrist, down into tabletop. And we're going to do 5 cat-cows here. Breathe in, round your spine, chest towards the floor, head towards the sky. Exhale, round your back, tuck your tailbone, chin towards your chest. In cat, exhale, cow. Keep breathing. On your last exhale, left foot forward for low lunge, arms up in the air. One breath here. And on your next inhale, lift your back leg for a high lunge if you're feeling stable. Otherwise, hands on the ground for a runner's lunge. One breath here. On your next exhale, lower your knee and shift back into a half split. Front leg forward and long. On your back thigh, on your back leg, toes curled. And reach forward. Very nice. Take a couple of breaths here. On your next exhale, back into low lunge, arms up, knees 90 degrees. And then step forward into a halfway lift. And as you inhale, slowly rise all the way up. Hands to heart center and down to mountain Tadasana. Very good. Other side now. Breathe in, arms up. Exhale to the left. Inhale back up. Exhale to the right. Inhale. Exhale, back bend. Inhale. Exhale, halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, down into tabletop. 3 cat-cows here. Actually, we'll do 5 again. 5 cat-cows here. On your 5th exhale, right foot forward, arms up, low lunge. Make sure your hips are square. If they're going back a bit, see if you can bring them forward. Back toes curled. Inhale, lift your back leg, high lunge. Push back on your back heel. Make sure that your front knee is bent. Exhale, bring your back leg down and shift into a half split. Fold forward, walk yourself forward, bend from your waist, not your lower back. Keep your back straight. Engage your front foot, point your toes toward the sky, and breathe. On your next exhale, rise back up, low lunge. Exhale, step forward, halfway lift. And as you inhale, slowly rise all the way back up, arms to the sky, hands to heart center, and down into Tadasana. Very good. Y'all are keeping up so well. All right. One more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Up. Slight back bend. Up. Halfway lift. Exhale down into tabletop. We're going to do 3 cat-cows here. Option here to lift into a downward facing dog. Otherwise, you can continue to cat-cow. For downward dog, you're going to lift up your knees, shift back on your heels. Make sure your back is straight. Oh, my mat is bending a little bit. That is okay. If you can't get your heels all the way to the ground, that is perfectly okay. Depending on your headset, you may want to lift your head up a little bit, or you can let your head hang. And we're going to take a few breaths here. Tailbone up to the sky. And again, if this is uncomfortable for you, continue to cat-cow instead. Very nice. On your next exhale, you're going to step your right leg forward straight into high lunge. It's a little more difficult in VR balance-wise. So watch yourself. If you stumble, it is perfectly okay. Even I have difficulty with this in VR. Gonna lean back a little bit for a nice back bend. Exhale, knee down. Shift back into half split. Low lunge. We're going to switch legs. Low lunge on the other side. Back leg up, high lunge. See if you can sink a little deeper. Lovely. Good effort. Knee down. Half split. Lean forward or walk your hands forward. Very nice. Going to put your front knee back and sit on your heels. Spread your knees apart and bend forward for child's pose. This is a rest pose. I know what you did is a lot. You're probably feeling it. So take a few breaths here. While in child's pose, walk your hands to the right a bit for a little bit of a side stretch. Walk them back to the center. Walk them to the left. And to the center. From child's pose, option to go into tabletop position and cat-cow, or lift your butt up into downward facing dog. Your choice. Whatever your body is telling you is okay right now. I know in VR things can get wonky, but make sure that your hands are parallel to each other. Remember, this is for your real body, not just your virtual. And on your next exhale, walk your feet forward to halfway lift. And as you inhale, rise all the way up. Hands to heart center. And down to Tadasana. Very good, everyone. How are we feeling? Good. Okay. So last time, we started a little late. So we didn't get to our peak pose of the day, but we definitely have time today. I'm going to turn again so that we can all see. So our peak pose for today is tree. I'm going to model a few different variations of tree, especially for those who have not done it before. The first variation is very simple, keeping your toes on the ground, arms up. If you are feeling stable, you can attempt to bring your foot to your calf or even higher to your thigh. Do not put your foot on your knee. That is bad for your knee joint. So if you can't get it all the way up to your thigh, down by your calf is perfectly okay. Also, one second. I mentioned yoga blocks. I know this is not something that everyone necessarily has, but if you'd like, you can, for stabilization, you can also use a block to rest your foot on, or a stack of books if you have them. But for some people like me, this isn't as helpful, but it is an option for you. Okay, I see people are already in their trees. Very nice. You can come out of them. Very good. Very good. Go ahead and lift your right knee up towards your chest. Hug it in. And down. All right. Since you all were doing such good trees on one side, we're going to go ahead to the other side. Choose the variation that's best for you. You can lift your knee up first. Get it into position. And raise your arms. It is a good idea to choose a point in front of you that's not moving and focus on it. This is definitely harder in VR, as our focal points aren't actually real. So your brain is trying to focus on something that isn't actually there. So good on y'all for challenging yourselves. And remember our lesson today of ahimsa. So if you're feeling wobbly or tired, you can come down at any time. If you want to use a wall or a chair for support, that's perfectly fine. If you fall out of the pose, just smile and get back in it. Frustration or self-criticism is a form of mental self-harm. And practicing ahimsa means simply acknowledging the wobble as a fact of the practice and stepping back into it without harshness. Very nice. Feet down. Bring your knee up to your chest. Give it a hug. That was a lot. Very nice. And that was the peak pose for today. Very good. So let's go ahead and start our cool down. Go ahead and lift your shoulders up towards your ears and back down. And reverse. Remember to keep breathing. Come down into a comfortable seat. Arms up overhead. And twist to your right. Back arm behind you. Front arm on your thigh. And try and look behind your back shoulder. If you find that your legs are coming up, see if you can bring them down a little. Very nice. Inhale, arms back up. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, reach forward. If you'd like, you can put your feet together for this, for a butterfly pose. One way might be easier for you than the other. Make sure you're reaching as much as you can from your waist, bending from your waist, and not your lower back. If you like, if your knees are coming up, you can use your hands to push them down a little bit. And if you'd like a challenge as you inhale, lift your chest and exhale. See if you can bend forward a little more. But don't strain yourself. You should not feel pain. Inhale, rise up. And we're going to come down onto our backs. We're going to do a bridge pose here. This is a new one for us. Make sure your legs are about hips width distance apart, knees pointed towards the sky. And as you inhale, you're going to lift up your lower back and your butt and hold. Very nice. Exhale, lower back down. We're going to do that again. Inhale, rise up. And if you'd like, you can shimmy your shoulder blades under your back. You'll probably have to release your controllers for this. And see if you can clasp your hands under yourself. If not, that's perfectly okay. Make sure you're engaging your core. Squeeze your abs, squeeze your buttocks. Very nice, and release. Last time, inhale, lift. Keep breathing, don't stop breathing. Very nice, and release. Now you're going to cross your right ankle over your left knee for a figure 4 lying down. Grab your left thigh and pull towards you. Make sure you're engaging your feet during this. Point your toes towards the sky. Oh, that feels good after tree. Release your left leg back down. And you're going to twist your lower body to your left side so that your foot is on the ground. Right foot on the ground, left leg flat. You can put your arm out to the side, your right arm out, twist your head towards your right arm. Very good. And release. Bring your leg back up. Uncross your legs. And then cross your left ankle over your right knee. Going to do the same on the other side. Grab your right thigh. Pull towards you. Release your leg. Keep them crossed though. Bring your left foot down to the ground. Twist your lower body. Stretch out your left arm and turn your head towards that arm. Very nice. Bring your legs back up. Uncross them. We're going to do a reclined butterfly. Put the soles of your feet together and relax. If you want to put some weight on them, you can put your hands on your knees or your thighs and gently press. Bring your knees together. From here, you can do any movement that feels good to you, whether that's another bridge or a twist, more reclined butterfly. I'm going to do a happy baby. Again, for happy baby, legs open and grab the sides of your feet or your toes, your big toe, for instance. And you could just rock to side to massage your back. Whatever feels good for you here. Bring your legs together and point your legs straight up into the air like an L shape. Point your toes, flex your feet, point, flex. Bring your knees in towards your chest and give yourself a big hug, a big squeeze. And then slowly, ever so slowly, release everything down to your mat. Relax your head. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders and your arms. Your chest and your belly. Your legs and your feet. Think about our yama, our concept, our ethic of ahimsa today. Non-violence. During this practice, were you kind to yourself? Did you give yourself grace? Did you strive for a kind pose rather than a perfect pose? If you did, congratulate yourself. And if you were a little harsh on yourself, remember that it's about the journey, not the destination. And be kinder to yourself next practice. Even off the mat, you can practice ahimsa. Eat something healthy. Stop yourself from doom scrolling. Don't do things to yourself that cause mental or physical harm. Relax and keep breathing. If your mind has wandered, that's perfectly okay. Just bring yourself back to your breath and the here and now. Start inviting some movement back into your body. Perhaps you wiggle your toes and your fingers. Shake your head from side to side. Roll yourself onto one side using one arm as a pillow, draping the other over you like a blanket. And slowly, ever so slowly, bringing yourself back up to a seated position. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice today. I appreciate you being here. The light in me sees the light in all of you. And I hope you all go out and shine your lights throughout the universe. Thank you.